Hey YouTube, it's Jeremy. So I just wanted to do kind of a wrap-up video because my projects are all complete. As you can see, the gecko cages. If you haven't checked out the other videos, I'll leave links throughout to let you know what to watch and if you like what you see. Okay, so I just want to do kind of an overview of what I have in this room so that you guys can see. Alright, so here is the baby cages. They're not too exciting. I haven't put anything inside of them yet because I don't have any babies yet. But I plan to have quite a few, so that's why there's so many different cages. Some of the things that you'll notice that are different from when I filmed the making of the baby cages is this bar that goes across. This is new. One thing I found was this thin of acrylic warps after a while, and the doors would just pop open. So I went to the acrylic store and found this tubing, acrylic tubing. I flattened off an edge of it so it would adhere to the glass really nicely, and then I found this acrylic rod at the acrylic store, and it works pretty well. There's a center hole that it goes through, two end holes, and same thing on the bottom. So that's pretty cool. If you look in the back, there's a bunch of PVC. What I found is there was no air movement in my cages, so I had to add some air movement. So there's how I did that. Where it's going out the side, down, and then I have a fan going into this bucket. And this fan isn't blowing, it's actually sucking air. So that's pretty cool. The idea being is it's pulling the humidity and drying out the air so that I don't get mold and mildew and whatnot, and that the condensation is building up in the tube and dripping down the bucket. Not sure how well that's going to work, but that was the idea. Down here, you can see I have the same PVC pipe going along the top of this cage. This is the breeding gecko cage. And there's an entire video on just making of this. Just as there's a video making of this. So check those out if you want to see more. I did the same thing on this cage that I did with here with the rod. And I did it on both the top and the bottom. Just for added security. For the reptile ledge for them to eat from, I found a 2-inch acrylic pipe. I ran that through the router to flatten one edge, and I glued it to the wall. And I can put food trays in there. So that's pretty awesome. Put some LED lights in there to make it look really cool. Put that on a timer. As you can see in each one of these cages, I have a mist head. And in these bottom cages I have 4 mist heads. And that's hooked up to this Mist King over here that's hidden underneath that white bucket. In this white bucket, open it up, I have a little float with a sensor on it, and that tells me the water level. So if I ever run low, it will alert my phone. Just like those sensors, or that sensor, I have a bunch more in each one of these cages. These white little things are sensors that tell me whether the cages are too dry, too wet, if they're too cold, too hot. It just lets me know what's going on in the cage and alerts my phone. Check out the video on how to set up the sensors. Also check out the video on how to set up the Mist King. And there's also a Mist King advanced unboxing video. Check that out. I have 6 geckos in these 2 cages, 2 males and 4 females. So I have 2 females in here, 1 male in here, 1 male in here, 2 females in here. So that's pretty cool. I have also incubation medium and peat moss and perlite to make nesting box. So pretty cool. And those just go right in the front of here. I feed my geckos the breeding formula, and what I do is I mix up a whole batch and I put it in this container so I can just squirt it into one of these Dixie cups and put those in the cages. So really taking care of these geckos is not a huge responsibility. It's kind of fun, and it's fun to see these guys and how they interact. Thanks, YouTube. I really appreciate all your guys' support and watching and liking this video. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in the future. I plan to be making more of these cages. I want to be able to fill up this rack, so let me know if there's something that I can go into more detail on making of these cages. Alright, like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. As always, thank you.